Hello Virgo, and welcome to Healing Dove Tarot. Virgo, we're going to have a look at the love energy surrounding you from the 19th to the 26th of December. This is for Virgo in couples, and it looks like it's going to be an interesting week, so let's get started. At the bottom of the deck, we come into this time period with the Ace of Pentacles. I love the Ace of Pentacles in any kind of love reading because it speaks about stability, things concrete, but it's more than that. It's like you're being supported from the divine, right? It's like in traditional tarot, there's like a hand being held out with a giant coin in the middle of it. So it's like an offer. And I feel like for you, either you are giving something quite substantial this Christmas or someone's giving that to you. Now, Virgo, you have quite a few characters in this spread, and I will say off the bat, it is a general reading, so please take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. But you have underneath this a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and you have two queens side by side, a Queen of Cups and a Queen of Swords. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I had to think of Pisces just then. Sorry, brainwave. And air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So either or, you could, for some of you, and this is very similar to the Taurus reading that I was doing. So some of you could have a Taurus that you're dealing with, but I feel like for some of you, you're juggling between two at Christmas. Maybe don't worry about the fact that they're queens. That just speaks to their energy and their involvement as spirit, right? But maybe you're dealing with a past ex and your current partner, and you're trying to juggle between the two. Now, this Ace of Pentacles, even though it's a love reading, could be a gift from a fire sign, and something that's coming quite suddenly. Now, this could be, I always see fire signs and kings at that level, someone of authority. So it could be a gift from work, like a physical, tangible gift of money. I know it's a love reading, but I've talked about this a few times. Venus rules both love and money. So it's abundance as a whole, right? So I feel like potentially you could have been given a gift, a bonus. You've gotten some money come from somewhere. It could be also a project that you've worked on that's kind of given you a lump sum before Christmas, or someone's finally paid you money that they owed you. But what's interesting is that you start off this period, so the 19th, 20th, 21st, with the Ace of Wands coupled with the Hanged Man. So you've got two aces straight up off the bat here for you, Virgo. Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So I see the Ace of Wands as the beginning of something like creative. It could be that the money that you've received now gives you the opportunity to potentially start a business or branch out in your business. And the Hanged Man speaks about that kind of energy about being in limbo, thinking about it. And I say that because at the base of this you have the Six of Pentacles, which speaks about even, give and take, can also represent teams. Maybe you're a boss and you're a leader of a team, or maybe you have teams that work for you. I'm not quite sure how it plays out. But what's interesting is that for me, this kind of energy, when it's all put together, when it comes and just speaks about love and intimacy and intimate relationships, I really see you sharing something quite beautiful with your partner at the beginning of this period, Virgo. It's like just really something that's quite passionate, but it feels very even. So what do I mean by that? Do you know the feeling of like when you're in a connection with someone and you feel like you're not good enough, like they're out of reach, and it's just like, it's nothing that they do per se, but it's just like you may feel inadequate, like, oh, they're so much more intelligent, or let's say they're really fit and they've got like abs of steel and you don't. So in any kind of intimate connection, you're sucking in your beer belly, your beer gut. And I'm saying that for men and women too, or, whatever it is to kind of feel like you're at their level, even though they're probably not judging you or anything. But Virgos, you hate to be judged. You're a perfectionist. You like everything to be very orderly. It's probably why I keep trying to arrange your cards and make sure that they're lined up very perfectly. But I feel like in this connection with whoever it is that you're connecting with, Virgo, it's very even. You feel balanced. You feel like they're on the same wavelength as you, right? They just get you. You don't feel like you have to suck in your beer gut or your lack of abs. You don't feel like you have to put makeup on every day or you know, dress in a certain way or whatever it is to appease them. It just feels very balanced, passionate and balanced. And I think you're starting to see love in a new way. Now, it could very well be that for others of you that have been in marriages for a long time, in relationships, I do see a Cancer here as well. I've already mentioned water. But whatever this lump sum of money is that's coming in, could just be a bonus, whatever, it now gives you a little bit of breathing space as a couple to kind of actually have a really beautiful Christmas. You have some really nice energy here. So as you come to the weekend, sorry, not the weekend, to the part of the week where you've got Christmas Eve and Christmas, you've got the Queen of Cups coupled with the Queen of Swords. Two queens side by side. Now, for some of you, for the men watching, I really feel like this is a past lover and this is your present lover, however which way it may go. I find your past lover could be a little bit cold and really not accepting of your present lover. I feel like your past lover kind of maybe wasn't as intelligent or, yeah, intelligent's the right way, as your current lover. Maybe your past lover was more intuitive, more like the mum kind, very nurturing, and your new partner is quite intellectual. And I feel like there's a little bit of tension between them both. And I say that because underneath this, you have the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is quite cute in love. It speaks about Cupid's arrows, right? It's like arrows shooting in the air. But at the very heart of it, what it is it's symbolic of wands, and wands are about fire, creativity. It's the house of fire. And this one wand here in the middle is straight between these two queens. And I look at things symbolically. That's how I get my psychic messages coming through. And I really feel like a divide. It's not like they hate each other or anything like that. Maybe they're just a little bit competitive. Yeah. What's interesting is I feel like the current partner is more like your divinely guided partner, because you have the Six of Cups and the Two of Cups here. And by divinely guided, they could be someone that is past life kind of stuff, yeah? So Six of Cups speaks about nostalgia, but I also see it as a card of past life, and Two of Cups is union, harmony. And Virgo, if I do remember, yeah, I mean, the singles read that I did a couple of days ago was talking about crossroads. Are you ready for the future? And this is your future very much here. But yeah, I remember like a week ago, you had unconditional love that came up, and then honesty is required. Let love bloom, who's the new catch? So it's really, I think, about integrating your life with this new person that's not so new, that I feel like you've known from a past life. And so ladies watching that have heard me talk about the two queens, as I said at the beginning, don't worry that they're queens. That just speaks about the kind of soul evolution that they're at, right? When we talk about kings and queens in tarot, we're speaking about the lessons that they've learnt, how spiritually evolved they are, and emotionally evolved and physically evolved, like how far they are in their journey. It can be indications of age as well, but we're talking about a general reading here. So I don't read those cards for gender specific, I read them for energy. And I feel like these queens here are kind of in a similar energy, although I'm getting one to be younger than the other. Either way, it's going to be an interesting week, Virgo. You're going to have to balance it out, whether it's, you know, your baby daddy's coming together and your new man, or your ex-wife and your new partner. It's going to be interesting. You're going to do it. You're going to balance it out, though, I feel. Especially because now a little bit of pressure's taken off from this extra money that's coming in. Maybe it's coming from your father. I didn't ask the question. Additional guidance for Virgo couples, please, from the 19th to the 26th. Please show me what they need to know. Virgo couples in love from the 19th to the 26th of December. One card, please. There it is. The Fates. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in this coupledom, because, yeah, it's going to be interesting. The fates. Fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing that there are things that you can. Other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be, so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. No, Virgo, would you do that? It's that eternal quest for perfectionism. What if who they are, and what if whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honour yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and that you were meant to evolve as a better person of yourself as a result of it. So for some of you, it could very well be that post-Christmas you decide to cut ties with your past partner and move forward with the new. However it plays out for you, Virgo, I do wish you a very Merry Christmas, and I'll be back with you next week. Take care.